And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
If you guys could have seen all of us jamming Christine's disgusted face.
She's disgusted.
She was disgusted.
She's not disgusted
Christine
with you,
doesn't
Colin.
she doesn't like any of this kind of metro, Christine, she likes like a
man's man?
like a Sturgis, like a guy that listens to the best of whatever the Sturgis playlist was.
You're not wrong. She got a big girl boner for Zach Wilde, the guitar player. So totally, she would she would let him finish inside. But I'll tell you also, Colin.
I'll tell you also.
Yes. Fun fact: Christine definitely hard crushing on Colin Quinn because
it's sick.
Well, you don't even know what happened in here.
It's sick.
Christine comes in and places for the first time in the history of the show, besides a water, placed a Diet Coke in front of you. Yeah. And I go, oh, did Colin ask for a Diet Coke? And she went, no, I'm just really good at hospitality. And then when you came in and sat down, the first thing you said was you go, oh, thanks for the Diet Coke. And I shot her a look because she was shit-eating grin. It made her so happy that you saw her little touch.
There's something about...
And I'm so gay, I thought Bobby supplied
No, this is it. And this is what bugs me about Colin. He has some type of magic over women. I'm not saying you're not a bad-looking guy. I'm just saying you're not...
You're not saying he's not a bad-looking guy?
I'm saying you're not a great-looking... You're not like stereo... You're unconventionally good. It's not even that. I'm
okay-looking.
You're okay-looking, but you have some weird charisma. My wife, I just called her. She answers the phone. Hey. I go, Colin goes, hey, Dawn. She goes, hey, Colin. The fucking tone changes. I haven't heard that tone since 1995 when I met her at La Familia Giorgio's.
Oh, Jesus.
That's how long it's been since I've heard that fucking happiness out of the woman I fucking came in and had a child and bought a house with.
You got to see Rebecca Trent Christine. Rebecca Trent Christine when Colin's coming. They go up like remember the skunk cartoon where they like follow the smell and they're like in the air floating through the room?
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, they get so excited. They're so stoked on you.
He
these
does
ladies.
have like a Pepe Le Pew thing with women. I mean, I swear to God, Colin could start a cult starting with Rebecca and Christine and Dawn.
I would love
absolutely.
a cult.
That's a good beginning.
I would love a cult.
You can go against Jared Leto and his cult of overweight women who come to an island.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard, he's in here already, but I'm going to introduce him right now because he deserves an introduction because he is...
What if he doesn't want it?
Look, I'm working on my introductions, so back off.
Why?
Because Bobby's...
Let me explain something to both of you, okay? If there's one thing that's played... My new idol is... This is old. Dana White. When they introduced him for so long and he walked out, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, on Howie Mandel's podcast. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, how about this?
These intros are long. It's like being in an Arabic 1500s, like, oh, Mr. Your family and your second generation. Let's just cut to the chase to
Bobby's
America.
problem is
Hiya, pal.
Bobby says the name first, like a bad college student show. He says the name
Oh,
first,
no,
and then starts giving all the stuff. So I go,
Wikipedia?
And then it starts going too long because he's panicked that he's already said the name,
Well,
so he gives it over.
God, of all people, you're a comedian, you know better.
In all fairness, I'm panicking because Jay's looking to the floor like my mother used to do when my father used to hit me.
Oh,
Okay?
And what you're seeing in all of those eyes you just described is disappointment.
That is the worst when somebody says your name and you're at the gig and then you're like, oh God.
I love that
and they read your Wikipedia page and you walk out, the room is drained of energy. You're so mad because it's all your credits you wanted gone that those assholes put in.
No, I love that, you're here to promote your new special.
Yeah.
And you actually don't want me to do that.
I do. I don't want you to...
Okay, here you go. Ready?
Yeah.
Colin Quinn's here. Election...
No, you just did it.
He told me he didn't want that.
Yeah,
right, how
Jay,
about
he's doing it right now. Just back off.
I'm doing what fucking...
Yeah, but it sounds like you're choosing like a local zoologist who's going to come do your
I got it.
show.
I like it that way.
I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it in the middle for both of you fucking assholes. Ready? Here you go. Election special Stamps and Tea starring Colin Quinn streaming right now in... You squint your eyes, I'm going to throw my fucking Starbucks at you.
Starring?
I don't fucking... All right, ready? Here you go. Let me try again. Let me try again. Ready?
It says
Let me try.
election special.
I'm going to put your fucking judgmental finger down. Ready? Here you go.
I am sorry.
Can I give you a little...
Go ahead.
I'm the star of the show.
Just throw it to me
His
quick.
new election special, Stamps and Tea, streaming right now on
Okay,
YouTube.
ready?
I'm sorry.
Shut up.
Let the man in lavender speak.
His new special, Election Day, Stamps and Tea, is streaming right now on YouTube. The great Colin Quinn is here with us today.
Hey,
what's up, buddy? Good to see you. How's that?
Great to see you, boy.
Hang on, let me get my flowers from Jay.
Very good.
Thank you.
That was very, very good.
Jacob's my witness, by the way. When I came in, Jacob, that I put you guys' names in. I go, who are you here to see? And it says, no, we don't know, no record of these two.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. You have to look up Jacob.
Yeah. He put his name. He's like Jacob. It goes like, whoa.
Yeah, we are not. And my name, when it is in the system, is spelled wrong. They spell my name Jay, and then for no reason just put on an ESH.
Yeah, well, at least your name's
so
not.
all my things say J-esh. It's fucking weird.
All my
as
stuff
hell.
says Bobby Soda.
Does it?
No.
There was a concert outside. It's so sad. This building used to be pop. I used to walk into Sirius, and I was like, "This is amazing."
Yeah.
And now you walk in, and it's like it's like the you ever see an Apocalypse Now?
Yeah.
When they're just walking through the empty when it's dead quiet and empty. That's what it looks like sometimes.
Sometimes it does. Not when Simon Le Bon's in the fishbowl. Christine, that's the guy from Duran
That's why
Duran.
there's people here. Le Bon's in.
No, once in a while there's life in the room, and it's because there's a guest here that we are not allowed to go anywhere near.
Yeah, but we do send Jacob. We did send Jacob to steal Barry Manilow, and he did.
He did. We did get Barry Manilow for
but
us.
You can't get Le Bon?
No.
But I tried to send him in to say the N-word in front of Earth, Wind, and Fire. He wouldn't.
Why?
So, I know, right?
No, why would you send him in to do that?
Because this guy's not old radio.
I was going to say it's a little bit of shock jock, isn't it?
This guy's not old radio. This guy doesn't know to walk into Earth, Wind, and Fire and say the N-word willy-nilly.
It really does make me sick, though, that what is the thing? Do you know that you have this thing with women? Don't do it. Don't fucking whatever fucking
no matter
humble,
where I go, it's
whatever,
gonna be don't do it.
Whatever humble shit you're about to do.
You
know, there's a thing. All the waitresses, every club, everybody at the cell, all women love you, and I don't get it.
Is that a question?
Yes, that is. I'm finished. There's a question mark at the end.
What's the question?
What do you think it is? You know what it is. You know that it happens. What do you think it is?
Your father's gonna fucking love him. That's a little bit of it, I think. Your family would love him if they met
Okay,
him.
I like this. Yeah, why don't you answer for me?
Great conversation.
Christine, you tell us. You tell us
Yeah.
what I mean, out of
Christine,
all...
why are you so wet for Colin?
Yeah, why?
Explain
He's
it while
so
he drinks a
funny,
Diet
and he's
Coke.
so smart and he's so cute. Why would he not be?
Did you call him cute?
Yeah, I like that part.
And also, Rebecca said to tell you she loved your special.
What's that?
Rebecca said to tell you she
Oh,
loved your
nice.
special.
Thank you.
Rebecca's never sent a message to tell somebody in the Bonfire once ever.
No, Rebecca's never said I was cute. You don't even like me physically. You think I'm repulsive.
No, Bobby, you're so sexy.
That's bullshit.
Bobby.
That's fucking bullshit. Christine's never even thrown. I mean, she gave me a bag of Sun Chips once. Colin,
We sleep with a whole dog between us for the last 3 years. I don't. She's not attracted to me either.
I saw your special, and it's fucking.
You did?
Of course I did. It's amazing. It was shot at the Pussycat Lounge. Homeless Pimp shot it.
Nice.
What he does with any room and makes it look like something amazing. Because the Pussycat
For a homeless pimp.
it's like it's a Moroccan lounge theme. It has all this shit dangling. It's hard to make it look.
I know.
Fantastic.
I used to do karaoke in that room.
But your special was fucking amazing. But the end, I mean, that's so wild that you did that.
Walked around, you mean?
Yeah. He literally says to the crowd at the end of his special, "All right, we're going outside now," and the whole crowd comes outside with him. And he walks around doing comedy in the street, but giving like a history lesson of the neighborhood of New York with a crowd, the crowd that was in the fucking room. And he's fucking on the street doing jokes, killing it on the street. And
Suck a dick, Andy Kaufman, am I right? Milk and cookies. How about a guided tour from the guy you just watched?
Jesus.
That was kind of mean.
The fuck?
It was kind of
Andy
mean.
Kaufman?
Listen.
No.
I know.
What you said is much better than Andy Kaufman. He just took people milk and cookies. You
Yeah,
gave him a
right,
fucking
exactly.
show on the streets.
Yeah, dude. He was complimenting you, but bringing that up. So, relax a little bit, okay?
I was your friend. Listen, you're taking my girlfriend from me. It's fine. I've submitted to the whole thing.
Can I get a couple of shots? Can I get a couple of shots in the way?
But weren't you worried about going on the street and bombing on the street?
Totally.
Yeah,
the second
sounds
show,
terrifying.
I did bomb. Like the first show, what happened was there was one girl up front. I swear she was like an angel sent from God because she was up front, and every little ironic thing I said, she started laughing, and that got the whole crowd laughing. The second show, they thought I was a tour guide. They just watched me do 40 minutes of stand-up. I take them outside, and I turn into a tour guide. So I start by going, that's the Blue Note. That's the only place an interracial relationship was legal until 1968. So they're like, oh. I'm like, no, I'm joking. And then we go off to the races already.
I got to be honest. I thought it was true.
Well, wait, did you?
I actually told Dawn that as a fact. Did you know that?
The only place they gave that place sovereignty, where they were able to make their own decisions on that.
A good word.
Yeah.
Good word.
But the other stuff was all kind of, it was all basically true.
Well, what? So I don't. Did you do like a
Pot, gays, they all started in the village.
Did you do like a?
Wait a minute. Gays started.
like
I'm pretty sure gays started in France.
Well, but I'm saying where they could, where they could.
Did you do like a day the laughter died? Like, did you just go and do that with an audience, or was it listed as what you were going to do? Was it like Colin Quinn's taping?
Yeah, no, we said
special?
you're gonna come outside. You have to have you have to pay your checks before I go on.
But they knew that it was like a special taping.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
the cameras are right in there. I mean, in that little room.
I got you. Yeah. Well, I was asking only because I said when you went outside, like, why would they not know? Like they had to. So
But they knew, but they didn't have to go. It was sort of like, if you want to come out,
got you.
come out. But they all
That's
came out.
hilarious that he made them pay their checks.
I know.
What the fuck, dude? You couldn't.
during a special taping.
It's an 80 seater. You couldn't have picked up the 420. What the fuck, dude?
I wasn't even thinking pay for it himself. Hey, I'll get everyone's tab in
I mean,
here.
what the fuck, dude? You call
I have
it
to pay for the special. It's on YouTube. Give me a break.
It's on exactly. It's on YouTube.
That'd be so funny if you have to start pointing out that people are eating things too much. He goes, "Hey, how many appetizers are going to get? Huh? How long are we keeping the kitchen open for, guys? Slow down. 5 chicken fingers per order? That's not cost effective. What are our margins, guys?
That must have been a shocker, though. They were like, "Oh, you're gonna pay your tab? What? We're gonna pay?"
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to bring somebody on for 5 minutes here while you guys run through those bills real quick. Make sure you tip nicely. Staff working hard here.
You need a stamp receipt to do the rest of the show.
You get a stamp on your hand that lets them know you paid. Then we can all go outside and do the rest of the show.
It was pretty wild that you walked there all around the whole little village there and gave this whole stand-up speech, and the crowd was laughing because I would be terrified.
I swear to God, the second show that went out, I said the first show was going to bomb outside, and that's why it went well. That girl made the whole show.
Right. So on the second show, they were just going.
I just started out bad, and you know how it is. Then you're playing hard. You're pushing too hard, and you're trying to. So it got some laughs.
Right.
But it was like it was a different vibe. Yeah.
That's the IFC theater, the first place where a woman wasn't burned to the stake for having hairy armpits. That's a joke. Also.
I thought it was real.
Me too.
You know me, Jay. I love facts.
Yeah, Bobby likes facts. You can tell him anything.
Yeah, but it was called the Waverly. I had a funny story about my father. That's a true story.
Oh, it is. But you didn't talk about Serpico was shot there on that street you were on.
No, I didn't talk about that.
Serpico was shot right in that little alley. That was
The manager.
no Serpico the movie. Al Pacino. And
I know that.
You didn't mention this, you fucking piece of shit. And we're both fans of it.
Whoa.
The movie Fatso was filmed all in that area. That's where Dom DeLuise grew up. And if you watch the movie Fatso, he's literally coming out of that street.
That movie means too much to you.
It does.
It does.
It does. And
It really does.
and
If
it
I
buzz-
said the movie Fatso was shot there, I would have had blank stares and bomb.
It should have been.
The Dom DeLuise classic Fatso.
Bomb
I watched it when I was a
DeLuise.
kid. It was just a bummer, it felt like.
Yeah, because you were fat.
Yes.
It should have meant a lot to you, too. That should be on your top 3.
Angus meant a lot to me. About a fat kid wishing he had the pretty girl that he got to dance with her
It's the
once.
greatest.
It's a great movie.
Anne Bancroft was his cousin,
She
and
was
she
great.
directed it and wrote it.
Well, Angus is a coming-of-age film about a young fat kid who is very close to his grandpa, loses him.
Right.
He's got a dorky little redhead friend, and he eventually gets to dance with the pretty girl at the end.
Well, this was a movie.
Mazzy Star, Fade Into You place.
This is a movie about if you're a fat fuck, and you watch this movie, the first 5 minutes of this movie, you're gonna go, "Oh my God, they got it right."
Look at that. Look at that lineup of food.
I mean, look at it. It's great. It's fucking great. The Chubby Checkers, which if I do remake this, you're going to be one. But you're going to come up with Ozempic. What you got to do is stick this in your stomach, kid.
Do you want to redo Fatso?
Yes, I do. I want to.
He's obsessed with it. He loves it.
I will make that film before I die. I will remake.
I want to remake Blazing Saddles, word
for
word.
You got to make it even more now.
Yeah. I'm gonna Tarantino that movie.
Yes,
Double down. I'm gonna get
version.
DiCaprio to play.
By the way, that would be a great version.
DiCaprio's gonna play my black sheriff.
Who is? Derek Gaines.
Derek Gaines, Bobby's new friend who hangs out till 1 o'clock in the morning, just
Trashing some new young comics.
Why don't you want to go be with your family?
Listen, I was out late last night till 12. I didn't get done until I had Adrian Appalucci. Was the
beautiful
second.
new
Appalucci.
They were all in bed, dude. I go home. Listen, I go home.
You have a beautiful new home.
If I go home at 10 o'clock, everybody's asleep.
Sure. The whole town is
It's just by myself. I had to do the podcast. I came downstairs. Ari was supposed to meet me. He never did. He was late.
Classic Jew move.
Yep, and it is. And then I was hanging out a little bit, and then I went around the corner, and they were all hanging out front, and we just started smashing each other.
They all were hanging out front. Children, young people. The next person in your age is 20 years younger than you.
No, that's not true.
It's true.
It's not true.
You're
No.
the last guy sitting there at the party.
Now,
Even Keith figures out some method of getting home before that.
yeah, a stroke. He used to go and take his medicine.
I don't know if we put him on a flume or something, or how we get him there. Somehow he gets home with limited motor function.
Listen, I walked up. There was a group of two young guys I didn't know, and Derek and what's his name?
You should walk by, and you should let them.
Richards.
Matt Riches
You
was
walk
there.
by, and you let them look at you with reverence, because you're not going to mix it up with these guys, because these are the young fish.
Nah, dude, we
You're
mixed it
supposed
up.
to be out of the pond.
One of the kids was from South Africa, and he was dressed like Janine Garofalo, and we were fucking trashing it. And he had that Coming to America accent.
Those guys now believe you're their best friend, and now once again you are going to have, as you've always had, Bobby, a fleet of boys on the road with you.
That's my thing.
You really like to have a fleet of boys.
Buddy, you got a fleet of people around you too. Don't kid
But I
yourself.
bring a boy at a time.
You do. You bring one boy at a time.
I bring one boy. You got so many boys, and your boys both have multiple jobs.
You bring one boy and one old guy that dresses like a boy. I wound up just getting into it. It was like the old days.
Having a series of boys.
What?
What do you mean?
No, I don't want a series of boys.
Oh.
First of all, Derek Gaines is not a boy. He's 38.
He may be 40 something.
It's only 10, 14 years younger than me.
I know, but look at him.
Yeah.
He's not living. He's there to shit on the young comics.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
Yeah. I feel like we didn't pass that down to the next generation.
No, and we never will. There's no way. Have you seen every Hispanic comic in the world hates Tony Hinchcliffe now?
I know.
Every Hispanic comic, it's not a floating pile of garbage. It's just a funny thing to argue. I go, I know. I think he knows too.
It's so funny though because they keep just playing tennis. The next day, Biden called all the Trump supporters garbage, and it's
great.
like they had it. They had what they wanted.
No.
The
Tony Hinchcliffe jokes weren't going to do this thing. And also...
9 days left, and the guy went on and said, I was out in the front with my black friend carving watermelons. They had it. They had the little clips that they could use to prove that Trump is a racist, whatever. And then Biden goes on the next day and says all the people that are voting for Trump are garbage.
Are garbage. But then Trump came out, and you said you didn't see this. You didn't... Trump with Hannity, I think, talked. He distanced himself from Tony.
What did he say?
He's like, I don't know him. I didn't book him. I don't know who booked him. I don't know the guy. I don't want to know the guy.
Really?
It's bad.
No. You have a clip?
It's kind of shitty. Oh yeah, it's definitely shitty.
Yeah.
It's I'm like, if Tony kind of sold it all on this idea that he's like this guy now, that's great. And then the guy who's leads everybody there was like, I don't know. Fuck this guy.
Well, who books him on there?
I don't know.
No, I'm sure.
Tony Camacho.
That's great. He pulled an Opie on Tony.
Who books it? I think Ray Allen. I think it's a Ray Allen and.
I think Tony should just say I'm half Latino. He looks so Latino.
He could say he's whatever. Yeah.
Tony looks Cuban.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
No.
What? What? Don't get
No,
into
man. He
Please,
looks Cuban.
please don't do characters.
He looks Cubano.
It's not your thing.
Why not?
Because it's not.
Because Dan Soder's not here now. I'm going to do characters.
That's Mexican.
Christine,
Fair.
what do you think of Colin's
Characters.
impressions? What do you think of Colin's characters?
So funny.
Thanks, Christine.
You think that was funny?
It was hilarious.
It's not hilarious.
She knows she gets it because I'm being ironic.
Oh, that's because
Yeah.
it's
You guys
funny.
need more.
It's very Brooklyn.
Oh
It's
yeah,
very
yeah,
smart.
for sure. Christine
Smart
gets.
because I'm making fun of the idea of me doing characters.
Christine
it's very
really-
meta.
Christine
really-
lives with me because she gets fucking deep think comedy.
Yeah, she really does want to live in the alt world of comedy.
That's the meanest thing you've ever said to me.
Oh, sorry.
That's really rude.
Wow, she just got
Can I tell you
serious.
something? It is where she wanted to
Yeah.
be. She did. She wanted to dominate. She wanted to be like, I'm going to make all these fucking goofy bar kids. something.
Because Jay looks like he could be like a Williamsburg, like he could work in a brewery in Bushwick
Yeah.
and do a little side comedy thing, but
It's possible. But that's the thing. But I came up straight through club. Keith brought us right up to
that
the
was the
cellar,
problem.
so we were
Keith
like-
ruined you. You right now you should have your own little your night. You know.
somewhere like a knitting factory
Somewhere
or
in
something like that.
Brooklyn,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, black guy with freckles.
for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, a weird room
Yeah.
at a Soho house
in
or
an alt
something.
universe
Yeah.
that would have happened.
A fat, skinny, and then fat again girl on
Man,
stage.
I would have so many fucking velvet jackets.
This
I would
is
do.
Trump on Tony.
Oh, this is crazy.
Trump's rally in New York City.
Isn't it a funny world we live in?
Huh?
Isn't it a funny world we live in now? where
Oh yeah.
comedians are like this,
That
like,
we know the people involved
yeah,
in political
and that they're
situations.
comedians,
I know.
and we know the amount of thought that goes into our work is not as much as these guys probably think.
I mean, not for nothing. Tony looks like he's running for like Mississippi governor.
I promise you.
it
I
really
promise
does.
you. Since the day he was on the podcast, Andrew Schultz has not gone one day without calling Donald Trump Donnie to somebody else.
Really?
It's the you meet Robert De Niro and you always call him Bobby for
Bob.
the rest of your life.
You call him Bob, not Bobby. But
Oh.
go ahead.
Yeah, he met him. And
Oh,
he,
you met him once?
Oh,
Yeah.
not only,
Okay.
not only met him.
He tells you
not,
Bob.
not only met him, he bombed.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
He took a hot one in front of De Niro.
Like on stage?
Let me
Oh,
tell
you
you
never
something.
heard that story?
Colin Quinn has taken the greatest hot ones that you
really?
could ever take.
I have.
De Niro, weren't you on a table?
No, I was. It was at a restaurant, but it wasn't at a table. I had my notes on a table. I laid the whole thing out. It was one of the. It was such a bad bomb that years later I did it on. I talked about it. I was like, oh, it couldn't have been as bad as I thought. Me and Norton meet him when he's doing that. Speaking of bombs, that horrendous comedy he did, where he played a stand-up comic,
Yeah.
and I bombed.
Wait, Norton made a movie?
No, De Niro made a movie. Where he played a comic.
yes, yeah.
No, but
Norton has made movies.
he has made movies.
Yeah, just like no one should see
One's
that.
called Ouch, and Ouch 2, and then Ouch again.
Can't come now. Wife's rearranging my guts. It's more of a listen than a read.
Rearranging my guts.
Yeah, that really
God
was hard.
damn it, that was a good
Oh.
one. Holy shit. So yeah, you're
Oh
right.
yeah, but so anyway, years later, I was like, I probably exaggerated it for the sake because it was bad. But I was like, this guy's lived, he's been all over the world 10 times since then. He probably doesn't even remember. And we're talking to him outside the cellar when he's researching the movie. Him and his wife, who was the one that booked me, and then Norton goes, "Hey, remember the time you bombed at your birthday party?" And as Norton, both their faces were furious. And it was just like every fight they'd had over it ever since came back, and they were both like this. It changed the whole mood, and we just left.
Really?
Yeah.
So he forgot it, and then that.
No, I just think they didn't want to ever think about it in their head.
Right.
And then when Norton brought it up,
What can I ask something real quick?
Yes.
What was the at what point in that thing did you know you were taking a hot one?
you know how it is. You're bombing, but you're going, this is not the way this is going to end. This is not a bomb.
Oh, you're having
It's
like
a bomb
the-
right now, but I'm going to turn
pulling
this
it back.
around. And then you go, oh my God. Probably halfway through, I was like, no, but in your mind, you're like, this can't be happening like this. This was my dream. I set this all up. And then,
This was your fatso.
yeah. No, it was, because I was like, what's going to happen is all my scripts, as you know, my scripts, all my New York scripts, finally, Scorsese, their producer, be them and go, what does this guy got? You know, something. Hey, this guy. You know, what do you got? And I'll be like, here's my scripts. I'll be part of Tribeca. Start my own little company. Like I had big plans for that birthday party. Bigger plans than the wife really understood when she tried to get me to just be on for 3 minutes, and I said like Ralph Cramden, I'm gonna do the whole thing. You know.
How much time did you do?
What's that?
How much time did you wind up doing?
I mean, probably 20.
Wow.
And the only laugh I got, the one laugh, was when I looked across the street at St. Patrick's Cathedral. I go, I'm going to go over there and light a candle after this. And one lady goes, ha. That was the only laugh. Otherwise, it was just muttering, angry muttering.
Oh, wow. Did De Niro give you the face?
No, that was the saddest part. He goes, no, like his wife put him on, but I could tell he was disgusted. I ruined his birthday party. It was just... And that's what Robin Williams walked outside afterwards. He was there, and he goes, "Oh my God." He's just laughing. I go, "Yeah, I."
He started doing you. You're on stage, and then all of a sudden, and you're bumming, and then
he said,
He
goes, my wife told me go up there and help me. He goes, she doesn't want me to help. Imagine if he went up and saved the day. It would have been even worse.
Robin Williams in film has made me feel. He's made me cry. But nothing he has done in film or stage has ever one time made me laugh.
Really?
Never a Robin Williams guy.
Not even Nanu?
No.
Really?
I liked him work from work.
What
Wouldn't
about
even
the other one
consider
you
it a
just
comedy.
said? Don't say that when Hank comes in. He worked with him on the fucking
Birdcage.
You didn't think it was funny in Birdcage?
I thought Hank Azaria was.
He was. He was really funny.
He was really funny.
He was a little funny.
Robin Williams, he never struck me with funny stuff, always, but his drama acting was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was great.
But that
at drama.
coke-fueled like comedy energy was never my. That's what I felt like you were doing when you were on the Cosby Show. It was like that kind of like just like the yelling comic. Do you like to distance yourself now from the Cosby Show?
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, the Cosby Show. Okay.
You were on the Cosby Show.
What do we just have to follow your free associations? Is that how this works?
Yeah, that's
Listen to me.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's how it works. Look at me. That's how it works. Just go with what Jay talks about.
Yeah, no. I was playing Sam Kennett like a Sam Kennison Gallagher combo.
Yeah. Am I losing my mind? That was a
Dangerous Davy Herbeck, I was called.
Dangerous Davy Herbeck.
I was on the Cosby Show, and you know what the best part was? Lisa Bonet was on. And she's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then Cosby was so mad, even though I was doing a character, like it bothered him that comedians like that existed. And he made some remark, and she goes like this. Looks at him and looks at me and goes, ha! Like, basically telling him, fuck you.
Jeez.
Really?
Yeah.
She wouldn't drink his drinks.
Yep.
Yeah.
She goes, ha! She's like, she was only young, you know?
And you were like, what's that all about? And she goes, he's a serial rapist. Oh, it's just in-house stuff, but he's a serial rapist.
Yeah, he
This
is
bugs me, but, check's a check.
And then one of the producer or somebody once told me that in the middle of the one thing, Camille came in. What are you doing? He was in his room and she came in, just read him right at the middle of the Cosby Show, like
Really?
taping or something.
Wow.
Man, if there's people that get caught with stuff like that, like the whether it be the Weinsteins and Bill Cosby, like it's always so funny. If there was any social media around, I always say that Allen Iverson would be in so much more trouble than a Ja Morant today if there were, because every summer, some story in Philadelphia, it's like Iverson pulled over with 16 machine guns in his car.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, it'd be like, Iverson's friends all get 1 year and then probation for gun charges, not him. It's always
Well, he was in jail, but we have to get out of high school, remember?
Oh, yeah, until Bruce
They
Hornsby
beat up
got
the
him
white
out.
people at the, what?
Bruce Hornsby got him out.
Bruce Hornsby.
Bruce
The whitest
Hornsby.
person ever, got
What?
the blackest
What?
person ever out of jail.
What?
Bruce Hornsby
The Bruce Hornsby?
is from Newport News, Virginia.
Yeah.
And that's where Allen Iverson played high school ball. And he was a big fan of Allen Iverson's high school athletics. And when he went to jail, one of the people that was able to help get him out and get attention of this story to like the mayor and everything was Bruce
Get attention
Hornsby.
for what story?
That Iverson shouldn't have been in jail, they're saying.
Should have been in jail. They beat up all the white people at the bowling alley. I remember the story well.
It was a throw a chair thing, but they were saying he didn't throw the chair. He probably did. They probably got him out of
Throw
jail.
a chair. Yeah, Hornsby's always been very lenient.
Dude, Bruce Hornsby he cared about his athletics. He didn't want to see the kid not go to Georgetown and eventually become a Hall of Famer.
Meanwhile, no black person has ever listened to one Bruce Hornsby. If they listen to a Bruce Hornsby song halfway through, they throw a chair.
He did an article unless it's a Tupac used this beat.
He used to, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the way it is.
I stand corrected.
Tupac's gay.
Tupac might have been gay.
He's 100% gay.
He was definitely.
All of hip hop is gay.
Yeah, I mean, Jada Pinkett was gunning ass at him, and he just was not taking.
Wow, they were sisters.
Because my favorite shopping buddy, Tupac.
Could you imagine though? Because back then, I mean, there was no cameras, there was no technology. Not any place you went.
Everybody would have gone down.
There was no cameras in the places, and now everybody has it. I mean, what was the mob's one thing?
Right.
Cameras.
Yeah.
Like listening devices. Now everybody in the fucking world is walking around
Wired,
wired, has something on them that they can. I mean, it's.
Did you see? So we got our phones yesterday set up.
You got them set up.
New phones.
Did you download the new update?
Yeah, but the thing is, now.
Hang on 1 second. It's a phone. It's called the iPhone, and they came out with a new one, and it has AI, which is artificial intelligence. So just let you know.
When you have a few minutes, I'll show you this fakakta thing. But it's got a thing when you make a phone call. An on-screen option is to just record the phone call.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
What is for
I think
Max?
you have to tell
Max
people
has
that.
all my phone calls when he calls me. He records all of them,
That's creepy.
and then it sends it to you.
And then what he's going to do? What he's going to be like? I'm going to piece this together to make you say terrible things.
No, when he calls me, even if I'm mad, I'm like, "Hey, man, we'll work it out later." I'm very calm now because he has me on recording. Yeah.
Why do you tell him? Why don't you just say, Max, don't you dare record me?
I'm on recording. I'll do that when his phone's
He'll
not
record him threatening to.
He'll record me threatening him.
I mean, again, for kids, you've just opened up this world. Everything's all like, if you're mad at your parents, just make a phone call and say they hit you. It's like they will get arrested. Even if they get proved it's wrong or whatever, you're going to get arrested that night. It's so much power in that.
I kind of
And
like
now
that.
recording phone calls would be like, I'm going to record everything you ever say.
But doesn't it inform the person that you're talking to that you're recording them to? I'm pretty sure it does.
I think it seems like it must, sort of. But like, that's a fucking bizarre thing.
It's crazy.
It's scary. You can't get away with shit. Our movie's going to be sucky. Like
That's
back
why
in the day, we had the mob. We had all these bad cops and fucking mobsters and gangsters. You can't do anything. Like movies are going to be shitty now.
Damn, these dudes are hanging a dead body in that ice truck. Like, you see your guy narrating his cell phone video. Damn, these dudes for real out here.
They just cut the credits.
Yo,
They're in jail.
Yo, why they playing that song Layla's playing in the background?
Damn, why is this guy eating so much? This guy's a real fatso.
Wow. Okay. I mean, okay.
Damn. Yo, this boy fat. Yo, this boy's so fat. Did you see that? Did we play it? The Trump turning down?
No, we
Tony?
didn't play it yet.
Oh, yeah,
It's
play it.
jumping. I keep having it pause and it keeps jumping and going back to ads. So let me let this ad finish and I'll bring
You
it back
got
up.
it. Thank you.
Sorry, Colin, for this.
It's very unprofessional.
We pay for YouTube. I don't know why this
Very
is
unprofessional.
I know. It's, she needs her face against
I hope you
glass.
guys aren't like this when Hank is in. He's not going to go for this shit.
He's not going to take this shit.
We're not going to bring this up during Hank. We know what side he's on.
Hank will be like, guys, please. I dodged a bullet.
Oh, yeah,
Here we go. I just dropped my cap. I hate that.
This big event at Madison Square Garden went on for hours. I don't even know if you were there for the whole thing. I don't know what time you got there. I was told and made aware that you had no idea about this comedian who made comments.
I have no idea who he is. Somebody said there was a comedian that joked about Puerto Rico or something, and I have no idea who he is. Never
Pause
saw
it for a
him,
second.
never-
That is pretty great. Just that. I mean, he's definitely sure of, and heard what was happening. He goes, yeah, I caught some, like, a guy told me on like the train that there was like a guy said something at the Garden. I don't know. Was that on my thing he was even?
But I love that he called it a joke, too.
Yeah.
and don't want to hear of him. But I have no idea. They put a comedian in, which everybody does. You throw comedians in. You don't vet them and go crazy. It's nobody's fault. But somebody said some bad things. Now, what they've done is taken somebody that has nothing to do with the party, has nothing to do with us, said something, and they try and make a big deal. But I don't know who it is. I don't even know who put him in. And I can't imagine it's a big deal. I've done more for Puerto Rico than any president I think that's ever,
Nice.
that's ever been president.
I played basketball, paper towel with them.
That video, that's funnier than half the comedic videos I watch ever. Is Trump throwing the fucking paper towels like he's shooting baskets.
right.
Yeah.
So,
He's like a fun spot in New Hampshire.
it's like the
Just
solution
throw him.
solution to a flooded entire island.
But he's only throwing them into hot Puerto Rican chicks.
Yeah, not you.
Yeah,
You.
It's like at the end of the comics come home when we're throwing T-shirts out on stage. I'm just throwing them to smoking hot Boston chicks. If you're bald and fat, you ain't getting a shirt.
You backstage.
It's funny though. Here, when they have to realize, stop inviting us to stuff. We are going to ruin it. We're going to fuck it up. We are only worried about funny. We're only trying to be funny, and whatever we do, we're going to do. We're not going to veer from it. We're going to do it. It doesn't matter to us. We don't care at all. Stop inviting us to the correspondence dinner and to your...
Right.
Leave us out of your world.
Yeah.
Because we will fucking ruin it.
It's the truth.
I'm gonna say midget at some point.
Yeah.
Will not stop.
Especially now.
I would love Jay at the correspondence dinner because he would dress. He had pink fingernails.
No, but here's also the thing. I think there's something about knowing your lane. I'm not. Tony did this. It's a huge opportunity for him. I understand why he did it. I think he did fine. Everyone's like saying he did like shitty. I thought he did well in the room.
Dude, in
It
that
seemed
room?
like it's like he did very well, and it's like a odd gig. But I said like it just sucks that it's like he laid out a thing. I'm not political at all because I don't give a shit. So it's not my. If I gave a shit one way or the other, I would jump on that thing. But I think it sucks to like throw yourself out there like that for this thing, thinking you're doing your job, and then the guy who's in charge of getting everyone to either get behind you, because he's definitely bailing in a sense where it's like disregard this guy completely.
Well, of course.
That's
What
shitty.
else is he going to do? I mean, what is he going to say? Hey, listen, I believe in stand-up. It's pure art. People do it. He's not a comedian.
Well, but he could have disregarded it all as a joke, because I think the guy was just making
Right.
jokes.
I
What's
think
the
he
big
was
deal?
saying-
Like, but then
He's
he
like,
goes,
I don't know who
I don't
booked
want to
him.
know. I don't want to know him.
And he goes, I don't know who booked him.
But then he goes, it's not their fault. He is covering all the...
Right.
He is a master at covering all the bases in a very fucking manic, autistic way.
But, first of all, going up like that is you're that's the... We don't belong, even when it's like a gig, a corporate gig, even colleges, anything that's outside of a comedy environment, it's just people, more and more, of course, as times get even tighter, people are like, what are they saying?
But all these benefits, all these things, they go to a comedy club. They're like, that was fun. Let's get him.
Right.
They saw us in. That's like going to the zoo, seeing a gorilla, going, we should get him to come to her
hilarious.
birthday party. She loves gorillas. And then he eats your child and fucks your son. And you're like, why? He's a gorilla.
Especially starting.
Hilarious.
And he shits on the cake. What are you doing?
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Especially with starting in the that's hilarious. I was gonna say something about the black circuit, but then I forgot it completely.
I'm sorry. Sorry I made you laugh so hard.
You did
forgot
forget
your
the black
laugh so
circuit.
hard. No, I
did
didn't-
forget the black
I didn't
circuit,
forget
Jay.
the black circuit. I didn't forget it at
It's
all.
just, it's just fucking.
You can't forget
that's
that.
like
Oh no,
when-
that's what I said. A black circuit, like a wording they would say a lot. It goes, man, you can do comedy anywhere. Anywhere there's a microphone, you get up and you do comedy. And it's like that's that's not true. That's the way to get other people who weren't on the show, who were hanging out, to go eat shit on this terrible show too.
Right.
It was always just like a come up there and die with me kind of thing.
Right,
But I was
right.
It's like there's plenty of places where you'd be like, no, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I've done a friend of mine asked me to come play her stepfather's memorial hangout thing, and even though it's like firemen and stuff, so they're like cool, but it's like, yeah, but who's not cool? The firemen's wives and children, and the people who are there who are and the person who's just mourning their nephew or whoever the fuck, some great auntie, and I'm putting them through he goes, getting your own come on you's not that weird, but getting someone else's come on you, that's like acid. And I'm like, what? And I go, this is what I do. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This is what I do.
I had a whole. They hired me to do a benefit show for a family that lost both their young boys.
Oh, so there's no kids there at least. You can work blue. That's nice.
But I had a whole thing about.
Tell me they had 3 kids. God damn it.
I had a whole thing about wanting my wife dead, and I forgot. I didn't correlate the thing. So I literally just walked up at the end and just gave them my check back. I was like, I would like to donate this money to you and your family.
I love it.
Remember when Patrice was the first one, because they went to the cellar, they saw Geraldo, DePaulo, Louis C.K., they saw Patrice, like, this would be great for our benefit. The benefit was a battered woman's benefit. And they invited fucking Patrice and DePaulo.
Oh my God.
And he got in so much trouble because he did all, that's when he was doing those jokes about, yeah, you know what the angry pirate is? You kick a woman in the you kick when chick's blowing you kick her in the shin, you come in her eye, and then she hops around going arg arg, holding her eye. He did that at a battered woman's benefit, and they flipped the fuck out. It's like you knew what the fuck.
Those
you were
women wish
getting.
they were kicked in the shins and shot in the eye with jizz. They were going through much worse things. They could have laughed.
He was in the news the next day, and they found the worst picture in the world of him. Looked like he just was running from a rape.
It's people who
Are
live
there
their
good
lives.
pictures of him?
It's
It was one.
it's the people who live their lives starting comedy, believing the movie Punchline was the life of a comedian. He goes, I got to go make fucking some patients laugh now. I got a noon gig making patients laugh.
Hey Jay, do me a favor. Can you get my hat out of my locker?
Yeah, my comedy locker.
Did they have lockers?
No. But when I started in the mid '80s, if you did it was just starting to turn. But if you did a gig anywhere, people would be like, oh, "A comedian!" Like it was the most impressive thing. You tell people I'm a comedian, people are like, "What?" Like it blew everyone's mind.
Do you remember a culture of there being everyone being frazzled because there's scouts in the room?
Yeah.
No, but I do remember like they're saying like we believed it only for a couple of months. Thank God. They'd be like, NBC's in the room. And then after 2 months, Brett Butler, who always was kind of ahead of the curve mentally than everybody else, she goes, these assholes coming in, they're not NBC. They're just using NBC to get free drinks. And I remember going, oh, yeah, they do come in and nothing seems to happen.
I always knew when
She
NBC.
always knew.
I always knew when
Employees of NBC.
one of the network was in the cellar, because as soon as I got up, a minute and a half into my set, they would get up and leave.
Oh, that's the other thing too. When you get, how about that? When they're like, I don't know, someone's like, Tonight Show's here looking for, or Letterman's here looking at somebody, HBO's looking at somebody, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna go. I don't know who they're looking for, but I'm gonna go up on this. They're probably gonna see me and think I should be on HBO, and then you watch them leave during your set because they're just dealing with the other person.
Right.
They always have.
It's kind of rude, I'm on stage now.
They always have that face where they're looking at you like, oh, what's this? And then they realize what it is, and then they go, okay, let's go.
We can't use that on anything at all, ever.
Yeah, I had that with Conan. I told you that before. They had Conan auditions at the Stand Up New York, and they put me on last as always. And as soon as I got on stage, the whole Conan crew got up and walked out. And I lied on the stage and did my 7 minutes that I prepared for 2 weeks to God. And then I went, why, God? Why do you hate me?
It's funny.
That's bad.
Yeah, it was fucking
They all
terrible.
just walk out like,
Dude, I bombed so bad at a show. Remember, L.A., you'd fly to L.A. and you'd do showcases in front of every single network. And I remember I went out there, and there was Mike DiStefano, Mike DiStefano, Corielli. So I had to follow both of them. And we're all kind of similar, us three. And they fucking murder. It was at the Improv. And I went up, and it was so silent during my set and uncomfortable. At the end of my set, I just stopped, and I just stopped. I didn't say a word, and I looked everybody in the eye. I just went like this.
he just looked left and right. I think this is radio. I have to say something.
And then I went, now you know how I feel. And I walked off stage.
That's funny.
I was so fucking mad. I fucking ate my pecker in front of everybody. And I fucking bombed in front of those things all the time. I remember Jay Moore gave me a speech. Fuck them. Why do you give a fuck? You're a stand-up. You work the cellar. And I was like, yeah. And then I just went up and bombed. I was never good at that shit. I was never good at
industry showcase.
Industry showcases was a certain thing. It's like auditioning. Are you still here?
Yeah.
Well, Colin, I mean, you've changed.
You're treating me like the industry
another
right
way
now.
How you've influenced Christine in my life. Every time we're at any kind of a festival or something, and she's like, they're doing the after party. thing at the whatever, and I'm like, yeah, and that's why we're going around that a different block and just going back to the hotel or getting some food or something. She's like, Colin's keynote speech, he really said that he got to go to do the things we don't want to do, and I'm like, but I don't want to for real now. I'm already putting that time in.
No, but it's so true, right?
No, I know, you're right.
Not showing up at those things, even though I hate them, was really a bad move. It's a real slap in the face of these people.
I know, but was it
not
your
show up at the
personality?
after party, whatever the event is.
Yeah, I remember the last one that I showed up to. I had to walk from the cellar down to the Soho Lounge. What is that?
Soho Grand.
Soho Grand, and it was 900 degrees out, and I had a leather jacket on, and I showed up at this party that I was supposed to go
Right.
to. I had to go in the bathroom for an hour and cool off. I literally got fully naked in the stall. My body would not. I was so nervous and so hot. My body would not shut down heat, and I was just sweating. I looked like I was having a heart attack. I came out, and the party was over.
Yeah, they
Everyone's
said there's a
going
naked
home. And
guy in the bathroom.
Lights were on.
And then I looked, and Dom Lombardo, what's his name?
Lombardosi.
Lombardosi was there, who's literally just me, except way better at acting. Yeah.
Do you know the Cellar was also, I was the king of getting bumped directly for somebody, and that person bringing a cool celebrity or something in, and then I'm like, oh wow, they're going to be in here, so they're probably going to sit and watch me next, and then they walk immediately out with the person.
Yes.
They don't even see you get introduced. You just seem like I would just seem like a fat guy taking up space in the hallway.
Did you
They didn't even think it was next.
Do you ever see that Phil Hanley joke where he talks about a true story when he's on, and Chappelle went on before him, and his parents were in the audience, and then Chappelle goes as he's getting off stage, he goes, "Hey, I'm inviting all you people back to my hotel for a party," and the whole audience left except for his parents.
He did that to Dane one night too.
Did he?
When they were
taking everybody out.
I guess the story is that he had to come in and do some time, but Dane was like, "Oh, he can only do. I'm supposed to go up. He can only do 10 minutes." And he was like,
Chappelle doing 10
and they had to
minutes?
call Dave up and be like, "Listen, Dave, Dane's going up. Can you please just do 10 or 15 and
Oh, my God.
not do a long time? He's got to do his set and blah blah blah." And it's his show tonight, but he was like, yeah. And he just went up. He goes, "Yo, I ain't gonna do any stand up, but if I'm gonna go down here to this other place. If you guys want to come, you can come." And the whole crowd just got up and fucking left. What a fucking power move! Man.
Wow.
Damn.
We should try to do that one night.
What?
Just be like, "Yo," right after you set, just be like, "Listen,
Yeah, if anybody
I'm
wants,
gonna go to Mamoon's after this. Anybody want to come out and hang with me?"
yeah, one Mamoon's falafel sandwich for everybody, $3, still to this day. And now we're all thinking about how you didn't pay for your guests to get at your special taping.
Well, I
It
was
all
thinking
came
about
full circle.
how I had the whole audience stand up and walk out for a show.
You did have it, but it was prepped.
What do you mean it was prepped?
That was part of the show.
That was part of the show.
Whoa. What? What does that mean?
You do multi-environment
wait.
comedy.
Yeah, you should have called the special that.
You're the king of
Multi-environment.
multi-environmental comedy. Everybody knows that about you. You can take it from one room to the next, outside even.
Yeah, dude. You go from stand-up to clipboard guy really quick.
Yeah, I'm not even going to argue with this.
Why? What we're saying, because Dave Chappelle...
You guys are acting like the audience is like I hired a bunch of extras to come outside and laugh at my jokes. I just got through telling you the second show. The second show.
Christine, get another fucking Diet Coke,
right
you dumb
now.
bitch.
He's punched me in the face before.
I'm fine.
Listen.
All I'm telling you is, no, it wasn't prepped. We just told the audience, hey, we're going to do some show outside. If you want to do it, you're welcome to
That's called prepped.
No, it's not.
You said, look, at the end of the show, you guys can all come out. What is they going to say? Are they going to say no?
They came for a Colin Quinn special taping.
It's your special.
The second show, the second crowd do wish that you had said no.
Yeah, you prepped them to do it. It's not you didn't walk into the cell and go, "Hey guys, you know what? I'm going to go hang out at the Waverly after you guys. Anybody wants to come? I got you."
No.
Yeah, you told them to pay their bills and then come with me if you want. Hey, pay your checks in a timely fashion, please. These girls got to get home, and meet me outside if you want.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I'll kick it outside for a few minutes.
That's not prepped.
That's prepped. What do you mean whatever? That's 100% prepped. They were Listen, What's the definition
Why
of
are you
prep?
embarrassed of preparation for a special taping? You're
Well,
supposed
because
to
it was
prep.
kind of a fast and loose special. But I don't want to get into debate over the goddamn word prep. Forget it. This is what you guys want to do? Break this down like the word prep? Let's move on. I got 10 minutes left before Hank shows up.
You know what? Can I just say something? This is what bugs me about you.
What?
Is your fucking time limits. You really, I'm out in 10 minutes. You're having a good time. Hang out with Hank.
No.
Why?
Because no, I'll tell you why I know. Because when we used to do on A, they'd be like, stay in for the next guest. And the first few times I go, yeah, and Norton would be like, come on, man, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? And I was like, yeah, I am being kind of a stick in the mud. So I'd stick around for the guest, and it always went horribly wrong.
Is it usually that you don't end up talking at all, or is it?
I end
it
up
goes
talking
bad?
all. One time I was in there, and I was so mad. I was so mad. I wanted to. I wanted to kill them. Because they, when the guest comes in, the energy changes, and then you're sitting there. You're not part of the show, so you're like, you know what I mean. You're kind of like, hey, you don't want to start trashing the guest,
Sure.
and then not that you guys do this, but maybe you do, maybe you don't. Opie and Anthony and Jim would start like talking to the guests like real seriously and be like, so let me ask you this. And I'd be like, oh, God. And I'd be sickened. Then I'd start trashing them.
We 100% don't do that. We 100% don't do
It
that.
doesn't matter. The point is
We
the
don't?
energy changes.
We interview, but we have fun with them.
Yeah, but you have like a full-on panic on the intros.
No, I'm not going to introduce Hank Azario.
Oh, I'm not doing it. We're just going to let him sit here until
Dude,
he says
I'll
something.
do
first
the
of all,
intro and then
you're
I'll
crazy.
leave.
When people come in, I'm fucking.
I'll do
when
the intro and
Barry
then I'll leave.
Manilow, fucking great.
Bobby's actually very good. I'm get much more worried about celebrities, particularly that I don't know at all. Have I ever met, and just having a conversation with them, I can sink into it. But Bobby's good at getting it going. He's really good.
I get it
Oh, he
going,
is?
and then Jay gets into his thing. We had Edie Falco. Jay made her laugh like she hasn't laughed in fucking 30 years. Yeah, I mean, she still hasn't gotten in touch with me.
No.
Well, once you get in touch with you, he made a laugh.
Well, I made her laugh too. It was through me.
She thought you were the straight man.
She actually called me
She didn't remember who he was.
She called
and
me
they
cop
worked together.
face.
She called you what?
Cop face or something like that.
Yeah, she didn't remember Bobby from a movie they worked in together.
No, it was Nurse Jackie. I was in Nurse Jackie.
Oh, he's Nurse
And
Jackie.
I spent Thanksgiving with her. She didn't
And he
remember
spent
that.
Thanksgiving with her.
And she fucking held my son when he was a baby. I mean, there's a lot of things that
And
have
he
meant
tried
something to me.
That one's even new to me.
It's nuts.
Held your child.
Yeah.
And she's
Held
like,
Maximus.
sorry.
By the way, he tried to throw it to her, which I loved. I love this. This was a great Bobby comedic move, but he threw out to Edie Falco early in the game too. He goes, yeah, because we actually spent Thanksgiving together at Lou's. He said Lou. He called Louis C.K. Lou.
Yeah, that's weird.
Just to give her an out.
And she went, Lou's? And he was like, yeah, Lou. And I was like, I saw that coming a mile away. It was not going to go great.
Yeah, that only called more attention to it, but he was trying to locate it for her.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you guys the intro since you guys don't want me to do the Hank intro. I know.
Will you do the intro?
If Hank comes in, yeah, I will.
Oh, perfect. That's great. Fantastic.
I'll introduce Hank.
Okay.
He's
Oh,
here
good.
now.
Bring him in.
Let's bring him in.
No,
Should we take a break? Let's take a
Yeah,
break.
we got to take a break.
Let's take a break, and then we'll do the intro. We got the great Colin Quinn is here. His new special is out now. It's
It's an election special.
and it's what did you call it? It's a multi.
Oh, it's a multi-environmental
Multi-
comedic experience.
Yeah, Stamps and Tea is streaming right now on YouTube. Go check it out. I watched it last night.
That's good Bruce Hornsby right there.
I can't believe that you wrote an hour on what's going on right now in our world and the way you are multi-environment. The fact that you went outside and took this crowd out there, not like Dave Chappelle, but they were prepped, but they knew they were going outside. But
Bill did do stand up outside.
it was fantastic. You have
You're
to
an
go
elite
check it
group
out.
of indoor-outdoor comedians. That don't exist anymore.
Yep.
They're all these inside sissies.
We'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.